Hey everyone, this is Chase, a Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and this is our 2021 Dual Sport Adventure Helmet Buyer's Guide. All right, everyone, thank you for checking in. As you can see, today we have our top 5 picks for Dual Sport Adventure helmets for 2021. If you are shopping for this type of helmet, hopefully by the end of this video, it'll give you a good starting point and just kind of help steer you in the right direction so you know which one you feel might be best for you. As you guys know, we do a ton of Dual Sport Adventure rides at Rocky Mountain, so we've actually spent a lot of time in a lot of the helmets that are up on the table. So we will give you some of our feedback as I go through. Now, I will be brief with these, so keep in mind we have our product spotlights, so if you see one or a couple helmets you're interested in, watch those to get all the information, all the features and highlights that each one has. Today is just to explain why we put it into our top 5 and some of the key reasons that we like them so much. You can read rider reviews, you can ask questions on the product page, and you can get answers from customers who have bought and are using these helmets. Last thing I want to point out is we know that with the Dual Sport Adventure helmet, fit is very important. You're going to be wearing these helmets for hours on end. So you want to get the fit right. That's why we have our fit guarantee. No matter what helmet you buy, if you are not happy with how it fits, send it back to us in a brand new unused condition, and we will give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange. You could exchange it for the same helmet in a different size or try out a completely different helmet, and we do that to make sure you are happy and you get the size and the fit that you are looking for. So without further ado, let's kick this off. First helmet up here is the AFX FX41. This is one of our most popular options under the $200 price point. And I will admit that sub $200, there's actually a lot of good features that you're getting with this helmet. You're gonna be DOT and ECE certified, polycarbonate shell, and one of my only gripes with the AFX FX41, and I expect this out of an entry-level helmet, is the weight. You're gonna be right about 4 pounds, so it is the heaviest helmet that is on the table. After a long day of riding, you might start to feel that weight, but aside from that, you're getting a lot of other great features. You're gonna have a drop-down sun visor, which is something that you typically don't see until you move up in price range, so it's great that it has that feature. It's got a good venting design. Again, it's comfortable, and overall, if you're looking for a great helmet that's gonna be sub 200, one of the best options out there, hands down. Now, moving on from there, you have the MX9 Adventure with MIPS from Bell. This is a helmet that several of the riders here at Rocky Mountain have been using now for years, and you're gonna be just over the $200 mark, but this, hands down, is one of the more comfortable helmets that is out there, and that's why riders like it so much. That's why our riders have used it so much. It's comfortable. There's no flashes. There's nothing spectacular about this helmet, but it does everything well. You've got a good enough venting design, it can be DOT and ECE rated. And then on the inside, a big safety feature that you're gonna see is the MIPS liner system. That stands for Multi-Directional Impact Protection System. It is a slip liner that goes between the comfort liner and the EPS, and that just helps mitigate the rotational forces. So essentially think of your head rotating inside the helmet. So if you do have that crash as you hit, you want your head to continue rotating as much as it can to help reduce those forces. So MIPS liner system, great safety feature. That's what you're getting with the MX Adventure 9 with MIPS. From there we have the EXO 18950 from Scorpion. If you are after a modular helmet, this helmet is one of the best options that is out there. Now, when this helmet first came out years ago, I was very impressed because price point, you're sub $300, you're DOT rated, but there's a lot of bang for the buck with the EXO 18950. We recently had a rider use this on his first adventure ride, and he loved it, especially the modular function. If you're not too familiar with the modular helmet, here's what's different about it. When you have it on, if you want to maybe take a drink, get a snack, go into a store, or maybe just talk to another rider and not have to try and speak loudly, you just take a little button that's on the chin bar, you press it, chin bar flips up completely out of the way. So that is a comfort that a lot of riders really like in a modular helmet. But on top of that, you've got a good venting design. What's great about the EXO 18950 as well is that the visor comes off and they give you additional side plates to cover up where you install that, so you could use this for street riding as well. I think it has a very nice aggressive look for street riding. Good venting, but also just like with the AFX FX41, you do have a flip down sun visor as well. Now one thing I like as well is that, again, sub $300, you notice how with the EXO 18950, when you look at the face shield, you see how it doesn't have that bubble at the bottom like the Bell or the AFX does? What's nice about that is that if you just crack the visor, not all the way up, but you just want it up a little bit to get some airflow in there, you're not gonna see that bubble on the face shield, so it doesn't kind of get in your vision as much as with the MX9 or the AFX FX41. So again, with the EXO 18950, if you're after a modular helmet, it's got a lot of great features, sub $300, best option that is out there, hands down. Next up, we have the Cryos Pro from KLIM. Now, with the Cryos Pro, you're taking a serious jump in price. You're gonna be right up around the $700 price point. But what stands out immediately about the Cryos Pro is the weight factor. Size medium in this comes in at 3 pounds on the dot. That is incredibly lightweight for an adventure helmet, considering you have the shield. In fact, the next closest helmet in weight is 10 ounces heavier. And when you think about a helmet that you're gonna be wearing for hours on end, you know, that weight really does start to add up. So it's pretty impressive how light they got this and how they did that. You've got a carbon fiber shell, but they use a material called Koroyd. And that Koroyd actually replaces a lot of the EPS liner on the inside. And how Koroyd is made, it's laser welded tubes, and it does two things really well. It absorbs energy, so it absorbs impact well, but also it helps breathe. It does a lot better job of letting air circulate more than EPS does. So lightweight, very breathable. Your DOT ECE rated. Again, like the EXO 18950, you can take the peak off, you can put the side shields on that come included, so you've got a rockin' street helmet. Optically correct face shield, again, you're not gonna have the bubble on the bottom, which is great. They also do include a transition lens with this helmet. Again, at that price, it's nice that they include that extra lens. The transition lens is awesome. It automatically tints when you have bright sunlight, and then if you're gonna be in cloud cover or if it's getting dark outside, it will go clear again, so it'll automatically adjust depending on how much sunlight is coming through. They're awesome. Last but not least, you do have the pin lock system that comes included as well. Pin lock is one of the best anti-fogging systems that is out there, and again, you've got the pins already on the face shield. That pin lock system comes in the box, so if you're worried about fogging, install that. You're ready to rock and roll. That's the Cryos Pro from KLIM. All right, so last but not least, we have the XD4 from Arai. Now, the XD4 has been around for several years now. Arai is a Japanese company. They've been making premium helmets longer than any company that is on the table. And this helmet, year after year, just continues to be one of our most popular. And we have multiple riders here at Rocky Mountain that wear it. And if you were to ask any one of them what they love so much about it, they're gonna tell you how comfortable the Arai is. That is something that this company has on lockdown. This is a very comfortable helmet. Now, what's unique about the XD4, just looking at it, it looks simple in its design, but it's pretty cool the way that Arai builds these. So first of all, you're gonna be Snell rated now. This is the only helmet on the table that is Snell rated, so for riders that are in search of that, best helmet in that category. But what's unique about the Arai helmet, and this goes for all the helmets in their lineup, is their R75 shell shape. It has a very round shape to it, and that is done by purpose. The Arai theory is that if a rider goes down, the rounder that you can make that shell shape, the more it will glance off objects versus possibly snagging and adding more forces to the rider's head or to the rider's neck. Now, there are spoilers on the back here. Those are actually designed to break away if you do go down, but Arai has been using this shell shape for many years now. They've stuck to it. It's pretty unique what they have done. But some other features that we love about the Arai. The visor is adjustable. Now, other visors on the table from these other helmets are adjustable, but in a lot of cases, you have to undo a screw that's on the top, then adjust the visor, screw it back in. That is not convenient, especially when you're already riding and you just want to tilt your visor down and block the sun. With the Arai, you can just press it down, lift it up, it gives you plenty of adjustability. When it comes to the face shield, you have vents that are on the shield built in. Only visor that has that to help get some airflow in there. That's gonna help with fogging. And another small thing about the shield on this helmet that might not seem like a big deal, but we love it, is that you can just barely crack the visor. With all the other helmets up here, they don't really allow you to just barely crack it. It's either fully shut or you gotta go all the way up to that first detent. With the Arai, you can do that. And again, it might not seem like a big deal, but that's something that we really appreciate about their design. And lastly, with the comfort, like I said, that's something that people will always brag about with this helmet is how comfortable it is. What's unique about the Arai helmets is that their cheek pads, you actually have 5mm peel-aways that goes for the comfort liner. So you can actually customize the fit of the helmet once you get it, or you can go to Arai's website, and they do sell separately different cheek pads and different thicknesses and the comfort liners to help you get the exact fit that you are looking for. But if you were to ask us what is the most comfortable, one of the most popular premium helmets that is on the market year after year, it's gonna be the XD4 from Arai. And there you have it. That is our 2021 Dual Sport Adventure Helmet Buyer's Guide. Like I said, I was brief today, so hopefully I've answered some of your questions and pointed you in a good direction. Now remember, go watch the product spotlights to learn all about these. And once you've made up your mind, click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com to grab your next helmet. Orders over $75 ship free. And if you like this buyer's guide, remember, subscribe to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel, stay up to date. If you're still gear shopping, if you're looking for maybe jacket, pants, boots, gloves, whatever it might be, we have buyer's guides for all the major categories, so give those a watch and get set up. I am Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.